Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm getting ready to go to an event later tonight and I wanted to start on my makeup and I thought why not film the process. Also because I want to do a really beautiful colorful eye look, and just in case it comes out amazing and everybody asks me to do a tutorial or asked if I did a tutorial, then I will have done one. So this is me thinking in advance and I just kind of want to hang out with you guys today. So this is what I'm celebrating tonight. The event is for BH Cosmetics and Laviedunprince Collab. Jose did this beautiful butterfly theme, but like this colorful but also neutral palette. There's a lot of options in here to do. So I'm gonna use this palette for my eyes and I'm excited. Also, something I really never do or very rarely do is start with my eyes. But I kind of wanted to start with my eyes today. I don't know why, no particular reason, but like, we'll just change it up a little bit. I'm also planning on trying a new foundation today that I'm really excited about, and trying a new foundation out when you have an event later tonight, it's not always a great idea. But I'm way too excited to try this foundation and I'm anxious, so we're trying it. Since I have absolutely nothing on my face, I am gonna put down a base for my eyes and I'm gonna use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I haven't used this in such a long time. I'm just gonna take a little bit and pop that on my eye. So the very first shade I'm going into is called Horchata and it's a beautiful matte nude shade. And I'm gonna use this underneath the brow bones to kind of highlight and also set my primer a little bit. Dang, I need to think for a second on what eye look I wanna do. I am going to dip into Noel, which is a matte yellow shade. Actually, all of the colors in here are matte except for these two shadows right here, which I kind of low-key love. I love me matte shadows. I'm gonna take that yellow. This is gonna be our first like transition shade. Oh girl, okay. I'm going to blend this all in my crease. What I really like about doing the eyes first is like you don't have to worry about any fallout, even though I don't really have any. But then I can go back and like really just clean up this area and make it super sharp, so I don't really care about what it looks like down here. I'm gonna go into the shade Cocoon, which is the matte green shade. I'm taking the same brush and I'm kind of going to apply it into my crease, but a little bit lower than the yellow. I don't want to necessarily put it into the yellow area. Maybe kind of like a halo of some sort. With a smaller blending brush, I'm going to go into the shade Celio, which is a blue shade, and I am going to just pack that blue right on the outer part and the inner part. I don't want to bring it too high up. Like I said, we're kind of creating like a halo look. Wow, this blue is really pretty. I'm going back and stamping a little bit more yellow right in here, just so you can have that yellow pop out a little bit more, just in case, you know, it got a little bit too green. I think for the center of my eye, I want to take this shade right here. It's called Metamorphosis, and it's like a really pretty like peachy gold metallic, and I kind of want to pop that in there just so it shines. Like, I don't know, ooh, I like that a lot. You can go into a clean, smaller brush and just kind of blend the matte into the shimmer, just so it's like a really nice seamless blend. You can go back in and add some more blue if you want. It's all about going slow and just building up the shades as you go. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue right in here. I'm gonna take this shadow right here, it's called Brio, and I'm gonna pop that on my brow bone. Oh my god, wow, that is so pretty. That's what we have for the shadows right now. Once I have my foundation on, I'm gonna go back and do like the orange, pink, and purple on the lower part, just so we can use all the colors in here and have a really colorful look. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera the same exact way, and then possibly put on a wing, and then I'll be right back. I have moisturized my skin and I had a little bit of eye cream on. I'm not going to wear a primer today just because I don't always feel like I need one, and I'm testing out a new foundation and I don't want to use something underneath the foundation that could possibly mess it up. I also don't know how this foundation is going to wear, what it's going to look like on my skin. Is it going to be matte? Is it going to be drying? Is it going to be more dewy? I don't know. So I don't know what type of primer to wear with it yet. This is the foundation I am testing out today, you guys. This is by, oh my god, please excuse me if I say this wrong, but Khouzami. Khouzami. He is from Lebanon, and my fiance's parents are actually from Lebanon, so this came all the way from Beirut. This is a Divine Matte Liquid Foundation. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a makeup artist, and he's really talented. He does the most beautiful, like, full glam contour highlight, like everything. I've been following him for ages, and he recently came out with his own like cosmetics line, and when makeup artists make their own cosmetic lines, I get really excited. If they use it, then it should be really good, right? Hopefully. I ordered his foundation. Of course, he has like powders, concealers, a lot of things, but you know, I'm like a foundation junkie. This is what I was most excited to try. I got the shade SK15, which is the second to lightest shade, if I'm not mistaken. Picking a shade was really hard. He doesn't have like the biggest shade range. I did swatch a little on my chin when I first got it. It's like perfection. Like even the tone of it looks perfect. However, it does oxidize a little bit darker. So I might need to bring some down my neck a little bit. So it doesn't say anything on the box of like what the foundation is really gonna do. It is called a Divine Matte with no E. I'm gonna apply this with a brush first and just see how that goes. If I need to switch over to a sponge, I do have one next to me. I'm gonna dot a little bit on my cheek. Okay. Yeah, it like oxidizes instantly. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, which I'm not really too... Whoa, that smells good, like vanilla almost, but I don't even know what that smells like. I'm gonna bring this down like I said. Okay, interesting. It's not as like thick and full coverage as I thought it was gonna be. I'm pleasantly surprised with how pretty it actually looks like on the skin. Very, very skin-like. I'm gonna build this up a little, but I'm gonna do like a layer on my entire face before I build it up, just so I can like assess the situation, maybe go in with a sponge. So, oh, that was with the foundation and without the foundation. It definitely evens out the skin tone. It looks really, really pretty. It smells really nice, but I'm still not really a fan of like fragrance and products. It just doesn't need to be there. I really like that I didn't really need to put a lot on my forehead. I just kind of used whatever's on my brush to go up there. And it's just like a really fluid, like it moves really, really nicely. Like I can just keep buffing this. That's gorgeous. Now, I am going to try a little bit with the sponge to kind of build up the foundation. I'm going to do that mostly like on my cheek area. Wow, you can see like where it oxidizes. That's really interesting. But, you know, it's like really quick, and hopefully it doesn't oxidize more throughout the day. That would not be good. Ooh, it blends with the sponge very beautifully as well. It's really not like a terrible match. Like it matches my body quite well, the color, so I'm not super mad about it. It's like a natural skin. Like I've just moisturized my skin. That's how it looks. It's very pretty. It's not flat, it's not dry, it's not clinging. It's really pretty. I'm gonna do a quick little close-up on what it looks like on my skin right now. Like, let me lower the light a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better, more like natural lighting. It just looks very, very flawless. I'm gonna go into my Milk Makeup bronzing stick in Baked, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of this bronzer just like on my cheekbones with a brush and just gently blend it in. I don't want to directly apply it, just so I have more, oh my god, I can't speak today, just so I have more control over where I'm applying it. And then I'm gonna go into my sponge and just kind of push that product into my skin, going upwards. I never used to do this step, like carve out a jaw, but I like to always experiment and play with makeup and try new things. My hair is driving me crazy. It's just going from one side to the other. My nose contour, I'm going to use something a little bit more cool tone. This is the KKW Beauty Contour Stick in Light, and I'm going to just create a small little line. I'm going to use a brush to blend this out. I do want to add how beautifully everything is gliding onto this foundation. Like it's not picking up off of the foundation. Like it just looks so freaking smooth. Now I'm gonna go into my concealer, finally, hallelujah. I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Neutral, and I'm going to apply a very small amount of this. You don't wanna go too heavy-handed with Tarte Shape Tape. I'm mostly going to focus this right in here where I have the most darkness, and I'm gonna apply just very lightly around there. I feel like I still put too much concealer because usually I put more concealer here because then I bring it up onto my eyelids But because I'm not doing that, I totally forgot I had like eyeshadow on. I definitely do want to set this foundation. It looks stunning on the skin. I almost don't want to, but I know if I don't, like I'll probably crease a little like in my smile lines and stuff, just because it's really not a fully matte foundation, just like how I thought it was gonna be. But I kind of love that it's not. We're good to go into some powder. I'm gonna go into my Elcie powder today. This is in light medium. And it's kind of just like a translucent powder. I have my powder on my brush. I've tapped it out and I'm going to just start gently tapping that underneath my eyes, looking upwards so I can really get into all the lines. For my bronzer, I'm taking my Jouer Suntan Sunlit Duo and I'm taking that on my Zoeva 127, my favorite bronzer and bronzer brush. I love this brush so much. I feel like it literally blends the bronzer into my skin with no effort. Since it is like a nighttime evening event, I am gonna go a little bit more bronze than I normally would, just because, you know, when you take pictures at night and you have such bright, heavy eyes, you want your face to not look super flat. For my blush, I'm taking the Ciate Marbled Light Blush in the shade Dusk, and this is what it looks like. I think I got this in my BoxyCharm, and I'm going to tap that onto my cheek. For my highlighter, I'm using my favorite right now, and this is the Nabla Cosmetics Skin Glazing Highlights in Amnesia and Ozone. I'm gonna use both of them just because this is a little bit more like a golden shade, and then this is kind of like a bright champagne that I'm gonna just pop right on top of this in the center for like extra dimension. So I'm gonna go into Amnesia first, taking that on my BH 140 brush, which I love so much. Oh, I love these highlighters. They literally make your skin look so wet and glowy. You guys have no idea how much I'm hoping and praying that my foundation does not start disintegrating. I need it to last actually for a little bit before even my event. I think I have like a good 3 hours or so before I have to leave to my event, and we're gonna hope and pray my makeup looks good. I'm gonna take a little bit of Ozone and I'm gonna start with my nose. I'm just gonna add a little on the tippy top and then down the bridge of my nose. Oh, right on top of the other shade. I almost forgot to do my brows. I'm taking the BH Cosmetics HD Brow Pencil in Blonde. And first I'm going to kind of use the pencil to create my arch and my tip. And then I'm going to go into the BH Brow Duo Powder, which looks like that. And this is in Blonde as well. And I'm going to add this to the rest of my brow just to make it like a little bit fuller and just, you know, add a little extra without going too heavy with pencil. I'm going to take a little bit of this Hourglass Arch Brow Shaping Gel and just clear. I know, shocking. I'm not using my Milk Makeup Tinted Gel. I don't know. I kind of just like the tone of my brows right now. This is like really pretty. And I just kind of want to clear brow gel. All right, looking good, guys. Now we're going to go back to the eyes and finish it off. So back to the palette. I'm starting with the orange shade. It's called Monarch and it's quite pigmented. So I'm going really soft with this shade. Then I'm going to go into the pink shade, which is called Lavied, and I'm going to pop that on the center. Ooh, that's a bright pink. Lastly, we're taking the purple, which is called Sueño, and I'm going to apply that to the outer part. I do want to add something right in here, so I'm going to go into the shade that we use on our brow bone. It's called Brillo, and I'm going to take that on a really tiny brush. I feel like this is even like a lip brush, but that'll do. I'm actually going to take that shade we use on the center of the lid. It's called Metamorphosis, and I'm going to take a little bit of that on top just to kind of see what happens. Ooh, wait, I like this a little bit more just because it has like that more golden tone, so it kind of adds to the more colorful aspect of it. How freaking pretty that is, man. I added some black to my waterline. I used the Milani Stay Put eyeliner. This, oh my god, it just glides like butter on the waterline. Amazing. I'm gonna apply some mascara. I think I am gonna wear some lashes today, so I'm just gonna do like a coat. All right, I am back with the finished eyes, have my lashes on. I am wearing these Brittany Bare and Salon Perfect lashes in the style Exotic. I really like these lashes a lot. I wore them in my last video. Just really like it, and they're very comfortable, but they give me that flare that I want. Let's go ahead and finish this video off with lips. I definitely do want to keep it on the more neutral side. So let me look into my lip colors right here. and pick a nice nudie tone. I think I'm gonna line my lips with the Jouer Longwear Cream Lip Liner in the shade Nude first and see where that goes. My lips are just really dry today, so I have no idea what I'm putting on them. And then I'm gonna go into the Alamar Cosmetics Gloss in. Go get that. Oh, that feels so good. Since my lips are so dry, this is like really hydrating. Ooh. Alright guys, this is the final look. I love how everything came out. These eyes are beautiful, super colorful, but I still think it's very wearable, and they just, I don't know, these shadows blended out beautifully, like very pigmented. I'm very excited to kind of create a neutral eye with this palette as well, because you totally can. You have your brights and your neutrals, you can mix them up and add a pop of color to your neutral eye or do whatever. Congrats, Jose, this is a beautiful palette and I can't wait to celebrate tonight with everyone. Let's talk about this foundation really quick before I go. Overall, my skin looks beautiful, like so flawless, stunning. Like this foundation does not look cakey or dry on my skin at all. It is stunning. I don't have it settling in between my brows. I do have a line there because I naturally have lines on my face, but when I kind of pull it apart, it's not like sitting inside of those lines, if that makes any sense. Other than that, I really like this and I have my fingers crossed that it wears beautifully. I'll let you guys know for sure in the notes down below how it does end up wearing. For the most part, I am very happy with this makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at MesijesiBeauty, Instagram MakeupByJesi. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so before you go, and also hit that little bell so you are notified every time I'll post a new video. With all that said, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!